Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. In this video, I'm going to show you a super simple, quick routine that you can do to improve the strength and mobility of your hips and your core, and also work on your balance. So you don't need any equipment for this, and the way we're going to do this is by moving through three very foundational yoga postures or balancing exercises. So I'm going to have you start in a lunge position with your right leg forward. Knee is over the ankle in the front foot. Legs squeeze toward one another, so I want to pretend like the mat is sliding apart and I have to squeeze my legs toward one another to prevent that from happening. I want to feel my thighs working, so my hamstrings are working, my quadriceps are working, my hip flexors, my glutes. Everything is working in my hips and my thighs. Abs are tight, so I want to make sure that I'm not arching my lower back and pressing my chest forward and kind of ballooning my chest out, but actually keeping the ribs drawn in, keeping my abs tight, belly button pulled up and in. So I've got this really solid balancing position to start from. If you want, you can also bring your arms straight up and overhead. From here, you're going to move to an airplane. So you're going to hinge forward at your hips, bring your arms along your sides, palms can face forward or up, and then pushing down through your right foot, slowly drag the left foot forward, push down through your right heel, pull your belly button up and in, make sure that your back is flat here. You want to avoid arching your back. So the ribs draw in, the belly button pulls up and in, right buttock is tight, and then you're going to feel stretching all through the back of your right leg. Make sure that your left leg stays active here. So you're squeezing that leg up, pointing the toes back, and the top of your head is pushing forward. So my goal here is to kind of make a T shape with my body. Arms are along my sides, chest is pulling forward. I'm not letting my chest dip below my hips. And again, I'm keeping active through my core and my hips. And then from here into a one-leg balance. So I'm going to bring my left knee forward and up, push down as hard as I can through my right leg, squeezing my right buttock, locking out the right knee, making sure that I'm not pushing my hips forward, but keeping a straight line from my heel up through my waist, through my shoulders. And if you want, you can also bring the arms overhead here. And then go ahead and release that. And then you're going to switch sides. So now the right leg comes back. Again, I'm into that high lunge position, knee over the ankle in the front foot. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Squeeze your right thigh, squeeze your right buttock. That's going to help you stretch your right hip a little bit more. So you're going to notice that as you straighten the leg, as you squeeze the muscles in the back of your right leg, you'll get a deeper stretch through the right hip. If that's too intense, you can bring your legs a little bit closer together, or you can soften the back knee a little bit. Left leg is still going to be active here. I want to push down especially through my left heel here, and you'll feel your left glute engage as you do that. Using your whole leg, using the thigh and the hip to hold yourself here. And then again from here, moving into airplane. So nothing really changes here except for my front leg. I hinge forward. I'm going to straighten that left leg until I feel the stretch. Lift your right leg up, point the toes, and your hips should be facing straight down. So here I'm pointing my hips out to the side. I want to make sure that my hips are squared forward so that right hip comes down and the left hip turns out. And now I'm going to pull my torso forward, press the top of your head forward, pull your belly button up and in, making a straight line from, going for a straight line from your back toes through the top of your head. And then arms can be along your sides, pulling your chest open, so not letting your chest round down, but lifting your torso, bringing the arms along your sides. And then from here, bringing your knee up to hip level. If you fall or you balance or you lose your balance, that's fine. Knee comes up to hip level. I'm squeezing my right thigh up, driving down through my left heel, feeling this in my entire left leg. Chest is up, shoulders relaxed and down, and maybe the arms come up overhead as well. And then releasing. Now, that was the first time. So that was kind of your warm-up rep. Now you're going to move into this doing one breath per movement, or one breath per posture. So what that's going to look like, we're in the high lunge. We take one breath. Now we move to airplane, one breath. And then into the balance, one breath. And then switch sides. So now right leg back, left leg forward. Into the airplane. and then into the one leg balance. And then release and switch sides. And you're gonna keep going. I would do at least 3 reps per side. You can work your way up to 5, maybe even do 10 per side. If you wanna hold it for 2 breaths per movement instead of just 1 breath, that's also an option. But your goal here is to get a little bit better at each movement as you progress through this. Make sure you're switching each side, so you don't want to do just your right leg forward the whole time. You want to switch every time you go through that little sequence. So high lunge, right leg forward, airplane, right leg forward, and then one leg balance, standing on right leg, and then switch to left side. High lunge, airplane, and one leg balance. And as you move through this, the balance might not be there at first, but as you practice this, you'll get better. And you might notice even an improvement in the first time you do this. So maybe the first couple reps, it's a little bit wobbly, but as you go through, maybe by the 3rd or 4th rep, you're starting to improve. And then when you start to get tired, you'll notice that your technique starts to slip again. And when you start to notice that your technique is starting to fail, at that point, you can either kind of double down and make sure that you're doing it properly, or if you realize that you're giving it your all and you're just really tired at that point, then I would just do 1 to 2 more per side and then go ahead and take a break. You can do 1 to 2 sets of these, so if 1 set's enough for you, that's fine, but if you want to do more than 1 set, then you can take a minute, I would take actually a 2-minute break, and then do it again once you've had a little chance to recover. You can do this every day, so I get lots of questions, is how often can I do this? You can do this every day, that's totally fine. Once or twice per day is a great idea. And as you do this, you'll notice that you'll work on your hamstring mobility, that's going to help with your back. You're working on your hip mobility, which is also going to help with your back and your knees. And you're also going to be working on your balance, which helps with your ankles, knees, your spine, and your core. So you're going to get a really nice kind of full body exercise with this. And if you bring your arms overhead too, when you're doing the balances and the high lunge, you'll notice that you're strengthening your upper back as well. So that's it. I hope you like this little routine. Let me know how it goes for you. And like, comment, and share if you found it really useful. And then follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm on all of those channels, put out regular content on each of those. And then if you want to learn more about what I do and you're looking for a full program to get started with to work on your strength, your mobility, your balance in a way that's maybe a little bit more appropriate for your fitness goals, check out manflowyoga.com. Again, I've got tons of programs, over 280 workouts, and a full online members area full of diet, nutrition, and a bunch more. You can learn more at manflowyoga.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.